Hello, amazing friends, and welcome back to QA_AI_wizards. Get your detective hats on because today we're on a super secret mission. We're going to solve the case of the daydreaming robot. It's going to be so much fun. Have you ever wondered, is your robot helper telling you the truth? I mean, look at my little buddy Gizmo here. He's super helpful, but sometimes he looks a little mischievous, doesn't he? Today, we're going to find out if our robot pals are sticking to the facts. Okay, let's officially meet our robot friend for today. This is Gizmo. Say hi, Gizmo. He's a super smart helper, but sometimes he gets a little confused. And right now, we are inside our top secret detective headquarters to figure out why. Now, Gizmo is a very special kind of robot called a ragbot. What's a ragbot? Well, imagine you have a friend who can read a whole library of books in 1 second to find the answer to your question. Whoosh! That's exactly what Gizmo does. He reads super fast to answer anything we ask. But here's where our big mystery starts. Sometimes, when Gizmo is looking for an answer, he starts to daydream. Instead of telling us what's in the books, he just makes something up. In the world of AI, this is called a hallucination. Isn't that a silly word? Let me show you what I mean. If we ask Gizmo, what is the biggest planet? He should say Jupiter. But when he's daydreaming, he might say, a giant bouncy ball made of cheese. That's really funny, but it's not true, is it? Our job as detectives is to help Gizmo stick to the real answers. And you know what? Being a robot detective does something amazing for our brains too. It helps us learn to check the facts and think really carefully about what we hear. It's a super important skill that improves our thinking. It's like a real-life superpower. Okay, detectives, every great investigation needs a secret plan, and we have one. We're going to look at our secret pipeline map to see exactly how Gizmo finds his answers. This way, we can see every single step he takes. Here is Gizmo's answer journey. First, he reads all the books. Then, step 2, he chops all the information into tiny little notes. 3, he stores those notes in his special library. 4, when we ask a question, he finds the best clues. And 5, he uses those clues to write us an answer. It's like a little adventure for every single question. To be the best detectives, we need the best tools. And we have a whole magic detective toolkit that we're going to use to check Gizmo's work and help him become the best robot helper ever. Let's see what's inside. Our first magic tool is called LangSmith. Think of it like a super powerful magnifying glass. It lets us zoom in and watch every single step Gizmo takes to find an answer. We can see everything. It's so cool. Our next tool is Ragas. This is our official scorekeeper. After Gizmo gives an answer, this tool gives him a report card with scores. It tells us exactly how well he did, just like getting a grade at school. This helps us know if he's learning. And check this out. Our third tool is Pytest. This is like having a little robot helper for our robot helper. How cool is that? It can run all of our tests for us automatically, which means we can check Gizmo's work super duper fast. Now, our scorekeeper tool, Ragas, uses some magic spell words to grade Gizmo's report card. Faithfulness checks if Gizmo sticks to the facts. Answer relevancy makes sure his answer is actually about what we asked. And context precision and context recall check if you found the very best clues and all the right clues from his books. All right, team. Now that we have our magic tools, it's time to learn the rules. All the best professional testers follow these rules to make sure their robots are being truthful and helpful. Let's open the Pro Tester Rulebook. Okay, rule number 1, always test with tricky questions. Rule number 2 is super important. Ask about things you know aren't in his books. A good robot will say, I don't know, instead of making things up. Rule 3, if you change something, you have to test it again. Rule 4, start with a small group of questions. And Rule 5, use real questions that people would actually ask. You know, that third rule about retesting after you make a change, that teaches us some really good habits. It's just like when you finish a math problem. You should always go back and check your work to make sure it's perfect. It's a great habit for everyone. Okay, detectives, it's time for the most exciting part. We're going to put our new skills to the test and give Gizmo his first big report card. Let's see how he does. Here we go. For our big test, we're going to use rule number 2. We're going to ask Gizmo a super tricky question about something we know isn't in any of his books. I wonder what he'll say. Uh-oh, look.
Gizmo gave us a daydream answer. He made something up. And look at his report card. His faithfulness score is really low. Aw, he looks a little sad about it. But that's okay, Gizmo. Making mistakes is how we learn.
So we helped him. We taught Gizmo a new rule. If the answer isn't in his books, it's okay to just say, I don't know. And look, we tested him again, and his score went all the way up. Hooray! Great job, Gizmo. We're so proud of you.
Okay, quick quiz time for all you amazing detectives out there. What's it called when a robot helper makes up a silly answer? Is it a robot burp or a hallucination? You got it. It's a hallucination. Awesome job.
Okay, everyone, it is memory lock time. This is where we lock the most important idea into our brains forever. To be a great robot detective, what's the one thing we have to remember to do? We have to test. Let's say our rhyme. When things seem new, test it through. Now, make a magnifying glass with your hand like this. And say it with me. To be a great detective, remember to test. Let's go over everything we learned today. First, we learned that robot helpers can sometimes daydream and make things up. Second, we learned that we can be robot detectives and use magic tools to test them. And third, we learned that testing is what helps our robot friends become more honest and super helpful. And before we go, here is a super cool fact. Get this. Some AI robots are now learning how to check their own work for mistakes. Wow, that's like a student proofreading their own homework to make sure it's perfect. The future is so amazing. Thank you for being the best detectives today, and I can't wait to see you for our next magical learning adventure right here at QA_AI_Wizards. Bye for now.